Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of PhD Labs by Product-Led Growth Hub. Today we have a very special episode where we feature a very special guest. We have the pleasure to have with us Todd Olson, Founder CEO at Pendo. If you are into PLG, even for a while, perhaps you don't need any kind of introductions in regards to Todd's work so far. But in case PLG is entirely new for you, you most probably will want to stumble upon Todd at some point. In a snapshot, he is one of the most successful SaaS entrepreneurs, where when we refer to product experience solutions, he runs a product-led organization, and as a matter of fact, he even wrote a book about it. In case you haven't grabbed a copy of it, head over to Pendo's site today to order your copy, and I reassure you it's one of the few PLG bestsellers worth to be read. Todd, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Likewise, thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Before we dive into it, I'm definitely sure that our audience would like to tell us a few things about yourself, how you ended up leading one of the leading organizations in product experience, digital adoption, and we can take it from there. Yeah,
no, it sounds good. Look, I've started my career in technology. I talk a little bit about in the book, but I started programming professionally at the age of 14 for a bank. So I've been building and solving customer problems with technology from my early teen years. After college, or actually my last year of college, I started my first company. So Pendo is actually my third venture-funded startup that I've created. My first one happened, basically while I was in college, and I've always had a passion for solving business problems with technology, and I think through the years, through kind of various twists and turns, so to speak, actually my second startup sold to another company. I ended up as VP of product. So that was, and look, I think as an entrepreneur, I'd always been performing product management functions and responsibilities. I may have carried a CTO title, but there at that company, because I was part of a large organization, I kind of formally took on the product management responsibilities. And, I really enjoyed the role. So I think it was something that really resonated with me. But in that role, I encountered lots of challenges around how are people using my product? How are we educating our users on all of the new features we're building? And those challenges, those pains were the inspiration for Pendo. So when I left that company and when I was contemplating what I wanted to do next, I quickly remembered all of the pains I was encountering as a recent VP of product. And that became the inspiration to start and launch Pendo.
Fantastic. And obviously, I will focus a bit on Pendo because it is a product-led organization. It has been a journey. I've been monitoring Pendo, packaging, pricing, your positioning, your solution for a while. I couldn't help it. It's one of the leading organizations on product-led growth. And I would like, if it's possible, to talk to us a bit about its journey. I mean, you have started to alter its packaging, its pricing, its positioning a lot. You are now into a full product-led model. You didn't go there from the start. So I guess your learnings could be learnings our audience could take with them.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, like any startup's a journey, right? And as you said, when we founded the company, I guess it's important to note that our product is very unique and differentiated. We were the first company to really kind of marry product analytics with in-app messaging. So there wasn't like, I couldn't just go to market and say, we're a better video conferencing solution. So if you contrast a Pendo story to like a Zoom or other companies or Dropbox, like all of us kind of understand what Zoom and Dropbox do without much explanation. But Pendo was quite unique in that what we learned as we went to market and put out a website and started to try to acquire customers is that just a quick conversation really helps set context to understand where we fit within the landscape. So the early days of the product, it usually started with a human-led demo, but then it quickly gravitated towards just try the product. You'll experience it best if you try. And that was really what product-led meant to us, was as quickly as humanly possible, get people to experience the product. And because the product itself usually sold itself. And even to this day, if I fast forward to 2021, sitting here today, 2/3 of the people that try our product buy our product. So 2/3, even today, we're 7.5 years in. So like that is the best indicator whether someone will buy is whether they'll try it. A lot of our motion is just how do we get people to try things, because we know trying will lead to, because you sometimes just have to experience things on your own. It's like the Peloton. I talk about the Peloton a lot of my talks. People told me about it. Yeah, it sounded interesting. But once I got on that thing and wrote it, like I was kind of hooked. Sometimes seeing is believing. I think that's a big part of what it means to be product led. But if I go back in time again, we still had humans involved. So we weren't, I would argue, as product-led as we could have been. And throughout the years, we've experimented with a freemium version, a non-freemium version. We've experimented with pricing. Actually, pricing is one of the first areas we experimented on. We were a tiny company. I just assumed we would market to startups. We're a startup. We benefit from it. All startups can benefit from it. But we quickly learned that big companies had the same problems, and they're willing to pay us more money, and they were able to pay us more money. So we actually experimented, increasing prices, raising prices, trying to better align our value to price kind of ratio with larger companies, and that really fueled a lot of our growth. I think those early price adjustments, moving slightly up market, is really what drove, we had 300, 400% growth annually for years, a couple of years. So and then we had subsequent years of 100% growth. So we've enjoyed a lot of growth, I think, and it's been driven by moving up market and really attacking, mid-market and enterprise. But then, it's interesting. I always felt we've been missing something in terms of a freemium product. So we invested in, when COVID hit, we decided what we wanted to do and how we wanted the year to shake out. We thought it was a great year to invest in free. A lot of small businesses were, obviously more financially concerned than they were before. And we knew, though, that if we put something out there, people would get benefit and value from it. And maybe small businesses, we could help them through this challenging time by coming up with a free version of our product that made sense for everyone. So we launched a freemium version last November. It's gone really, really well. And there's been a lot of learnings on it.